please do try to limit your answers to 1.5 minutes, and Thad will hold up a green card when you have 30 seconds, a yellow card for 15, and a red card when your time is elapsed. And now, we will begin.
Working with the departments and the professors, that's the biggest part, because students, they hold themselves accountable, but it all starts from the top down and the authority that the professors have, and that's what I would do. Work with the professors, talk to them, and make sure that the students are doing exactly what they were hired to do.
We need to make it clear between students and professors, make the expectations very clear from the beginning. This is what I expect from you, this is how I expect you to go the extra mile, and then have the student go back and say, this is also what I expect from you as a mentor, as a professor.
How will I be monitoring that they will not be going overtime? So we can do some kind of system by working with IT department. We can install some kind of system wherein that itself will take care that people are not exceeding from whatever stipulated period of time that they are supposed to work.
If you're not having people consistently working throughout the year to better this university, if you're having to constantly train new senators, our efficiency level goes way down. So one of the best ways I think that we can inspire senators to not be apathetic and not to be indifferent is to have them go out and meet with student orgs once a month. I think this has been an endeavor in the past, but I really think that it's something that I want to ensure happens.
National government and state government. I also have friends that are currently working for Jody Aronson's office. So there are places that some of these things that some people might look at not possible, like working with national campaigns in order to lower students' interest rates on loans. These are actually possible. If you really buckle down.
I think that has a lot to do with who you surround yourself with. And throughout this process, even before we started, we looked for people who weren't being represented. So I'd like to throw a name out there. Marquisia Horton, she's our director of diversity if I get elected. She is very prevalent in the African American community. She knows their views, she knows their stances. She understands the plight that they're coming from. And that's something we really need to look at, is delving into issues that haven't been touched on or that haven't been touched on enough. And so I understand that I'm a white male, and that is something that I cannot change. But what I can change is what I know and the people that I represent. So that's something we're really looking into, is making sure that every single demographic is represented, especially the ones that are underrepresented, exactly like what Hunter listed, African American, LGBTQIA+. All of those different communities need to be given a voice and given a stance and be able to make a difference on this college campus. So thank you for the question.
Thank you. Hunter?
So I think that this is a very important issue, and I think that it all comes down to, first and foremost, that you have to admit the positionality that you're in. I am a white male who is privileged, and by nature I go to a four-year university in which I have scholarships and I even have some loans, but it's important to admit that privilege first before you start dialogues with groups of people that you don't necessarily understand, because misunderstanding is the way that conflicts begins, and it's the way that riots out in Baltimore sort of happen, because people start to misunderstand what the movement is, and then whenever they do that, that is when violence and corruption starts to occur. And so the most important thing that we can do is have dialogues with people, friendly dialogues that allow for us to be inclusive and secure. And I think that that comes back to this question of freedom of speech, because whenever we talk about people such as myself, who are white males, we have to allow for others to have that exact same right and to express their positionality inside of this world. We too have people on our block that come from very diverse communities, and I think that that's something that Robbie and I have been very important to us, because these campaigns are not just about white men and fraternities, right? These campaigns are about the LGBTQIA community, it's about African American communities, and it is about people who are not represented well. And I hope that that is what we sort of bring to the table as a campaign.